All right. Good morning, good afternoon. Can everybody hear me okay? You can also type this in the chat. Excellent. Hi, Brian. Oh, a wild pie appears. Good morning, Stephanie. Pie, are you ready for your Treatos today? Hi, Miss Emma. Oh. Okay. I'll get it. Whoa. Okay, get up on the table. Get up here. Hi, Cindy Lou. Ooh. What's this? You want to get up on this chest? Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, big grab. Nice. That was very good, but you're going to have to wait till after class for round 2. I love you. Hi, Soph. Yeah, a bitch better have my treats. Isn't she so sweet? I love you. Oh, except she wants to tear this bag apart. Sorry, boo. You're going to have to wait. Oh, yeah, I know. Sorry. Lo siento, baby. Kate, I love pie too. It's kind of crazy how much I love this cat. I would die for her. I really would. And my fiance thinks I'm crazy for that, but he doesn't get it. Oh my gosh. So I guess you've heard I'm feeling just exhausted today. I still want to like stretch and wake up and like do all those things, but I'm just like feeling wrecked. So we're going to keep it really chill today, and we're probably going to try to keep it to like 45 minutes if that's okay with you. I'm going to try to do like a total body stretch. Yes, yes, Kate. We love you so much it hurts. But let me know if you have any requests for a specific part of your body that needs some love, some attention, some affection. I'm always super open to adapting my class to my students. I think all teachers should do that. Yes, Sophie, I think we're just connected like tree roots, TBH. Calves. Interesting, Brian. Shoulders, hips. Nice. Okay. Butts. Same. Snowshoeing. Whoa, dude. That's rad. Hips and psoas. Okay. This is good. Yeah, a lot. Hi, Shayla. Shayla, we're going to do everything. I'm literally just going to put you guys through one of those like pasta machines and then spit you out on the other side. All right, I'm going to drag this a little bit closer. If you're just joining us, hello and hi. lumbar, spine, some back, shoulders and neck. This is going to be the spice melange of movement classes. Yes, it's going to be great. Okay. So I've got straps, I've got blocks. I know not everybody has like all those props. But if you, hi, Miriam. I love that you're here. So if you ever want to utilize these props for class, totally do it. We're going to get started laying down on our backs. And if you want to do a really nice front body opener, then I'm going to set us up in a heart opening shape. So I'm going to take my 2 blocks like this, so like a little 3D capital T. I'll show you up close. And we're going to lay back onto these blocks. Now, if you don't have blocks, it's not a big deal. You can take a pillow, like a body pillow. You can always do this on like a yoga bolster. You can also prop up the head higher, or you could always just put these on their lowest levels. Bet. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Dune yoga. So I'm just going to lay back onto here. Ooh. And again, you can just do this on your back, totally flat. But this is where I'm going today. So we're just going to completely open up the body here. My arms are out nice and wide, or they can be in a goalpost shape. Legs can be bent out long. There's 1,000,001 ways for you to start this class, but here is where we are. Let's just do some big breaths here, please. Now, typically we kind of get a little bit stuck in our breathing in our chest. And in this elevated body posture, I want to actually encourage that. But instead of these short breaths, think about these big, like 3-dimensional, rib cracking, sternum opening breaths. You have all these tiny little muscles in between your ribs called your intercostals. And I want you to think about all those tender little rib meats opening up here. I'm also electing for the hip opening variation, so I'm kind of getting this total body situation right here. Let's do 3 more big breaths here. And once you finish off this 3rd and final breath, I want you to reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling, almost like you're holding this big orb like right above your heart space. Start to take that big orb up above your head, turn the palms up to the sky, bend your elbows, drag the arms all the way down. Wow, that's like in my shoulders, in my biceps, everywhere in between. And we're going to keep going with this, lifting, opening, and bending and dragging down. So I'm going to get up nice and close to you so that you can see the pathway of the arms. Again, here, lift, 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 lift. Then you're going to go into external rotation up top, drag all the way down. Yeah? Big lifts and drags, opening up across the chest. So good. Keep going. I'm going to have you do a total of 3 more. And on that 3rd and final one, I want you to find the stickiest, meanest spot and linger there. And I want you to feel it, and I want you to breathe into it, okay? It's a situation. Good. Now hold into that sticky spot, babies. Breathe into that shit, okay? That's the only way we're getting through this. I know. 2 more breaths here. Keep it open. Nice. Now let's drag the arms all the way down by your side. And we're going to roll off of our block, super sloppy, over to whatever side. Top hand is going to push you all the way up to your seat. If you're working with props, bring them to the front of your space. And we're going to face this side angle of our mats. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Yeah? Now I want you to bring your hands onto your shin bones, lift and open up your chest a little bit, and then start to fold forwards, feeling an openness into your hips, into your back, rounding the spine, getting a little bit of a release. Nice, and then let's make it dynamic. Curl yourself all the way up, lift and lengthen, lead with your chest, again, diving down towards your feet. Wow, I am sore. 2 more like that. Contracting as you roll all the way up, lifting the chest and diving back down. We only have 1 more like that, okay? Nice. Now bring yourself all the way back up to sitting. We're going to rock over onto your right hip, internally rotate your left leg, and then place it down onto the ground. Try to turn your chest to face the right-hand side of your space. Crawl it down onto your forearms. Now, if you're not ready to twist this much, or if you're pregnant, you can always stay nice and wide and open towards the side of your space. But let's try to close this down a little bit here. Nice. Walk yourself all the way back up. And come back into your Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees wide. Just lean over onto that left butt cheek. Internally rotate the right leg, placing it down to the ground. Turn and rotate towards the back of your mat. Ooh, I got a nice little lumbar crack there. Hello and thank you. Forearms can come down, or if you have any contraindications, you can maintain an openness across the tummy and chest, yeah? Nice. Let's bring you all the way back up. Ugh. Lean back onto your hands. Let's take both legs back over towards the front of our space. And we're going to turn and adjust into a tabletop position. Straight into your cat-cows. Lift the chest, open up front line of body, and then contract. Round the tailbone down, push into the mat, chin towards your chest. Keep working through these cat-cows, my darlings. And I want to encourage you, if you want, to take some circular pathways here. I really like doing circular pathways, in particular for my hips, because I kind of move my butt with it a little bit, yeah? So whoever just requested butt stuff, your wish is my command. If we're going in circles, let's move into the opposite direction. Good, keep working. Just gonna make sure I don't got fabric here blocking my mic. All right. Now let's take you all the way back into a neutral position. Right arm is going to reach up towards the sky. Open up through your chest. Nice. And then let's thread your needle. Right arm goes underneath the left hand, dropping the shoulder and ear to the ground. If you notice, before I come all the way down, I'm trying to create space between my shoulder and my ear. Left arm can reach forward in front of you, but try to square your hips back towards center. And I want you to just give your weight onto that right shoulder here. Nice. Let's take your left hand back in front of your cute little face. Push yourself all the way back up into that open position, but spin onto your left knee and extend your right leg behind you off of the mat to lift and open up your chest. So it's kind of like a grounded wild thing, yeah? Let's do some right arm circles here, because why not? And circle it into the opposite direction. Nice. And then let's take it all the way back into tabletop position, and we'll do all those goodies on the other side. Left arm reaches up, open up through your chest. Good. Thread your needle. Left arm goes underneath the right. Drop the shoulder, drop the ear. Create some space. Try to turtle your way out a little bit before placing the head down. I like to extend my right arm forwards in front of me and bump my hips back to center. Breathe here, my darlings. Nice. Let's push ourselves back up. Ooh. And we're going to spin on our right knee. This left leg is going to go back behind off of my mat so that I can lift my hips and lift my chest in this little modified wild thing. Big arm circles because hell yes, they feel so good. And we're doing this movement because we want to feel good, yeah? We're not here for any other reason. Reverse those circles. Good. Oh, take it all the way back down into your tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Sit back onto your heels. Stretching out your plantar fascia. So I'm thinking about you, Brian, because you went snowshoeing, you maniac. So sometimes when our calves get really tight, it originates in the bottoms of our feet. Yeah. Yeah, we're just sitting here and breathing. 2 more breaths. Are you here for moral support, Pi? Thank you so much. Thank you. You're the best. All right, let's take you back forwards. And I want you to tap out your feet a little bit, get a little loose with the juice. And then I want you to keep the tops of your feet onto the ground. I know this is going to be a little rude of me. I want you to lift up your knees off of the earth. So again, you're on the tops of your feet. I know it's a little brutal. If you're feeling like a total sicko, you can lengthen out the legs and do this on your toe knuckles. Oh my gosh, you're here for 3. We're all going to go back to downward facing dog in 2 and 1. Roll over the toes so that you're on the big toe ball mounds and you're in downward facing dog. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Let's spend a lot of time here in our downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs a little bit. Shake out the head. No. Shake it out. Yes. Get some space into the shoulders. Know if down dog ever gets a little much for you, you can always just drop down to your knees. Feel it out a little bit, okay? 3 more breaths here, folks. After that 3rd and final breath, let's walk your hands all the way to the back of your space. Hanging heavy in this forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need so that your spine can be completely loose here. Good. And then let's roll it up to rise. Super nice and slow. All right, let's get a little more side body space here. I want you to root through your left foot. Soften into your left knee here. Right foot is going to take a big, almost like a curtsy lunge behind you. Arms are going to reach up to the sky. Lengthen out through your tailbone. Pull up and over towards your left-hand side. I know, we're just going to go all over our mat this morning, this afternoon, this evening, because some of you are tuning in all the way in Europe. Okay, let's pull you all the way back to center. I know it takes a little bit of balance. Right knee bends, left foot takes a big step behind you. Open up, lift up, side body stretch. And then step it all the way back to center, keeping your balance. Both arms sweep up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Take it all the way down to your mat. Nice. Let's get a twist. Left knee bends, right arm reaches up to the sky. For my angry ankle and calf folks, listen up. I want you to roll to the outside edge of your right foot. So I'm picking up the inside arch, the big toe, the mound, and the inside part of the heel. Hi, Pi. Good. Let's do this on the other side. Flatten the foot. Right hand comes down. Left arm reaches up. This is optional. You don't have to do it. Rolling to the outside edge of your left foot. So it's like you're rolling your ankle, but on purpose to stretch out all those little tender pieces in the ankle and foot. I'm really feeling this one today. Woo! Okay, let's flatten the foot down, taking both hands back down to the earth. Show me what your halfway lift looks like. If you're able to stay in contact with the earth and do that, cool. You can also walk up to your shin bones or even walk up to the thighs. Pull the ribs in, draw the belly in. Think about extending your sit bones behind you. Maybe even pretend that you could drill your heels deeper into the earth, almost like you're separating your butt cheeks to get a deeper experience in your hamstrings. And then forward folds, slow little catwalk all the way into a high plank position. Now let's hold in this high plank here. Push into the mat. Your modified versions are always going to be knees on the ground if you're building strength. Push into the earth. You're finding protraction across your shoulder blades. Inhale, breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips all the way up and back. So good. We're going to do some rolling work here. Lift your heels. Roll, roll, roll forward. High plank. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. 4 more on your own. Breathe. You're vibing out a little bit, whatever music you're rocking to. Maybe it's no music and just your breath. Maybe it's the sound of your children screaming. I don't know. Ooh, the next time you roll it forward, lower your knees down to the ground. Puppy pose. Walk your arms forward in front of you. Keep your butts high in the sky. Your forehead can come to the mat. Or your chin and chest can come to the mat, just depending on how open your shoulders are, yeah? Now I want you to stay in this puppy position. Breathe. Because the breath is the most important part of your practice. Good. 3 more breaths. Good. Now, after this final breath, I want you to press into your forearms. Bring yourself forward. Take your belly to the ground. Right away, walk your elbows forward until they're right underneath your shoulders. Now, instead of sticking your booty up to the sky right now, I want you to try to push your pubic bone into the ground, lengthen out your spine a little bit, and then soften into the butt cheeks and see if that feels a little bit better onto your low back. Let the head, neck, and shoulders get really lazy. Maybe you feel a little stretch into the back of your neck, into your trapezius muscle. And maybe it feels intuitive and really nice to rock your head side to side. Oh. Good. Now let's activate the head, neck, and shoulders again. Push into your hands. Elevate your elbows off the ground if it feels okay. I'm renegotiating with my butt cheeks again. So I'm squeezing them. I'm lengthening out through my tailbone. I'm also lifting through my chest. So my erector spinae muscles along my spine are really nice and active here. Good. Turn the elbows out. Bring yourself all the way down to the ground. Squeeze your hands in by your side body. Let's go into upward facing dog. Push into the earth. Lift. Open up your chest. Yes. Exhale up and back. Downward facing dog. Now get your heels nice and high for me. Bend into your knees, look forward, step, hop, travel to the top of your mat. Big toes kiss if you're interested. Halfway lift, lengthen. And with your exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Big sweeping movement. And then I want you to goal post out your arms. Push the hips forward. Lift up your chest. Open up. Exhale, forward fold. Take it all the way down to the mat. Inhale, find a little halfway lift, lengthen. And with your exhale, fold to plant, step back into a high plank position. Now we're going to do a chaturanga, but mainly for the intention of getting this juicy back bend at the tail end of it. So we're lifting up the chest. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Can you give me 2 breaths here in stillness? Nice, heels nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, top of your mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let it be like a ritual. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, goal post the arms. Don't you go anywhere. Use your inhale to back bend, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold to plant your hands, chaturanga, or just stepping back into downward facing dog. You can do either of those. We have one more of these to do. 2 breaths in stillness, please. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top. Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Goal post your arms, but stay right there. Inhale, lift that shit up to the sky, big open chest. Exhale, forward fold, take it all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Again, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to mid. Gripping into the ground, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths in stillness. Heels nice and high. Bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat again. Oh, halfway lift. And with your exhale, fold. Yeah, rise all the way up to standing. And then release your arms by your side body. Ugh. Okay, we're going to open up to one side of our mat. So whichever foot you want to step back with. Of course, this is right when you choose to come onto the mat, Pi. All right, so you're in a wide-legged position here. Feet are in parallel, which means the edges of your feet are running in the same direction as these front and backs of your mat. Hands are going to come onto your hips like a superhero. Try to glue your elbows behind you so you're lifting your chest. Maybe even push your hips forward. Get a little elevation here. And then hinge from your hip line. Work down into a wide-legged fold. Keep the hands on the hips. You're just sticking to the hamstrings and inner thighs here. Two breaths. And let's bring you all the way up. Ooh. And we're just going to move your right foot here. I want you to look at that foot and pivot your toes to the front of your space. Bend into your right knee so you're creating a warrior 2 lower body. Now notice how my left hand's higher than my right. Let's fix that. Shoop, make them nice and even. I'm even going to deepen my stance a little bit. And I'm going to reach my arms out to a T shape here. So this is a very active hip opener, okay? Right arm is going to flip to the sky. Get some side body space. I like to hold on to my back leg. This is not a crime, okay? Now let's take your right elbow onto the right thigh for a little side angle action. Left arm reaches up to the sky or even above your head. Yes, take a breath in. Exhale, bring yourself all the way back up to standing. Pivot right toes back into parallel. And let's do this on the other side. Left toes turn to the back of your mat. Bend into your left knee. Make any little adjustments you need for even hips. Arms reach out into a T shape. Good. You're looking over that left middle finger. Try to dig a little deeper into this front thigh. Oof. Flip your left palm. Reverse warrior. Big side body space. Nice. And then take yourself into your side angle. Left forearm rests onto the thigh. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Maybe you even fully extended with another breath in. Exhale, take yourself all the way back towards center. Parallel. This time, take your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, press the palms. If you're unable to get this grip, grab a strap, grab a tea towel, grab a t-shirt. Anything will help you get a little bit closer there. Lengthen out through the arms, lift the chest, hinge from your hips. Work your way into your chest expanded, wide-legged fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. If you are familiar with the Sanskrit. I'm getting some major drugs right here in my brain. Every time you invert, it's kind of wild how much all the serotonin and cortisol gets worked out. All right, let's bring you all the way back up. Ooh. Wow. Open up your arms into a T shape again. We're going to do one more round of these warriors, but we're going to change it up a little bit. Same thing, right toe gets pointed towards the top. Let's keep it and go into triangle pose. I like to use blocks in my triangle just to make sure that I'm getting nice and flat in here. Left arm reaching up. Know that this block can also go behind your leg. I actually kind of prefer it. That way you really lean back into the shape. Notice if you're twerking your booty behind you, as much as I'm a big fan of twerking, try to push your pelvis forward. So you're technically twerking like Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers. Okay, my girl Tina. Take a breath in here. With your exhale, let's bring you all the way up. If you used a block, bring it with you. Reverse Trikonasana, bumping the hips back towards neutral. Up, 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 big space. Nice. Taking yourself back to standing, adjust the feet. Same thing to the other side. Hey, block. Let's move into our triangle. Right arm reaching up. Pressing into that left hand. Again, we're trying to push our pelvis forward and wrap our right butt cheek underneath us. Take a breath in. With your exhale, let's bring you all the way up. Reverse Trikonasana. My hips are bumping back to a neutral position. Left arm all the way up and back. Nice. Now let's go into a neutral position. We're actually going to turn to the back of our space. So I'm looking over where my left foot is here. And we're going to step to the top of that space and go into chair pose. So you can stick with this block, bending into the knees, reaching forwards. Or if you're not working with any blocks today, you can always just reach through your arms. Now, as much as I know this doesn't seem chill at all, I know it's not, but we're getting the strength into our thighs. We're also getting some strength into our head, neck, and shoulders. If the shoulders are being angry, take your hands towards heart center. Find a breath in. With your exhale, fold forwards, hinging from your hips. Now we're going to do this next stretch, starting with our feet together, okay? Right foot is going to cross just behind the left. Bend into your left knee and make your right hip super sassy. Walk your hands out to the left-hand side of your space. Again, if you need blocks, walking up onto them, this is always a really awesome place to be. So I always want to encourage y'all to modify and allow this practice to make a lot of sense to you. All right, let's get this going on the other side. So we're walking back to center. We're going to uncross the legs. Left leg now is going to cross behind the right. My pinky toes kind of touching the outside of my foot. My right knee micro bends, and I'm going to walk my hands over to the right. Now, if you notice, I got both of my heels onto the ground. I know it's kind of like you want to try to lift the heels to make things easier, but I'm going to discourage you from doing that. All right, let's walk it back to center, uncross the legs, and open them up to hip width distance. Bend into your knees nice and deep. Step your left foot as far back as you can into your mat. And let's lower your left knee down to the earth. So we're getting a nice big opening front lunge. Lunges are one of my least favorite things to do, but they're one of the most beneficial things you can do for your body because we notoriously spend too much time sitting. All right, let's lengthen out through our right leg, getting a stretch into our calf and into our hamstring. If you want a little extra calf love, I'm taking my opposite hand around the bottoms of my feet, and I'm going to pull those toes back towards my face. Oof. Good. Let's rebend into our front knee. And let's walk this right leg wider. So to the outside of where my shoulder is. Again, we can dive a little bit deeper by trying to get our forearms close to the ground. We can wing this right leg out. If you feel like getting even more intense with it, I'm going to offer up a quad stretch. Left leg is going to pull in towards you. My right arm is going to reach back and find the outside edge of my left foot. Wow. Now, I know some of these moments you may feel like you're in a rush to get out of them. I understand that. But that's just your instincts. That's your nervous system reacting, your fight or flight. I want you to try to breathe through these intense moments because we're almost all done here. Oof. Nice. Let's release this left foot. Hands come back to the ground. I want this right leg to stay to the outside of your life, okay? Lengthen out through the right leg, giving you just a little bit of a counter to this, okay? Now rebend into your front knee, tuck your left toes, use your core, lift right leg up to the sky, and then open up your hip and create some movement for yourself here. Literally whatever you want. Then let's settle back into a downward facing dog. Elevate your heels nice and high. Bend into your knees, travel to the top of your mat. And then let's do all those fun things on the other side. So your left foot is going to stay, right foot is going to take a big old honking step to the back of your life. Getting our lungy goods here. Oh, okay, let's get into our hamstring. So lengthen out through your left leg. My opposite hand, this is just optional to really increase the feeling in your calves. Pulling back on the toes. Now, you may notice that your foot kind of sickles a little bit or wings out. And you can kind of see, wow, like what happens when I just micro adjust my ankle joint. All right, let's rebend into the front knee. And we're going to walk this left foot wider than your shoulders, okay? So nice, big, juicy hip opener here. If you want, you can work down to forearms. And every time I do this, I see under my couch and I see the little tumbleweeds of cat hair and whatever else, I don't know. So this is good. This is showing me that I really need to sweep today. Welcome to my yoga streams where I just think out loud. All right, if you want a little bit more, if you're feeling like a total sicko like me today, maybe your right leg comes in. My left hand is what's going to reach back, grabbing for the outside of that foot. Now I'm really winging this left leg too. I'm rolling to the outside edge of my left foot. Breathe. Try to experience fully all of the discomfort because guess what? Life is about being uncomfortable. And then it's about joy and it's about all the other rad things. Okay, super gentle. Release that foot. Keep that foot nice and wide, but lengthen out your left leg just as a little counter. And then let's rebend into the left knee. Tuck right toes, lift up right knee. Contract into the core. Lift this left leg up to the sky and do any little thing your little heart desires. Movement, stillness, wiggles, and squiggles. And then let's return back into our downward facing dog. You have the option to stay in this down dog. You have the option to child's pose. You have the option to dolphin, bringing your forearms down to the ground. So any of those things are good. We'll spend 5 breaths here. My boob was falling out. Good thing I checked. Good thing I wore a shirt. Wow, how is it already 10:10? How does it happen? All right, my cutie patootie pies. Wherever you are, down dog, child's pose, dolphin pose. Let's bring you back up to your down dog. And I want you to just sit onto your left hip and face the side of your mat again. So we're going to move into our final hip shapes and then we're all done for the morning, okay? So we're going to work through a shape that we did at the beginning with an option to take it deeper. So I'm going to lean over onto my right hip. Remember this, internal rotation. This is called deer pose in yin class. This can be an excellent little space to go to open your hips. If you're like, Tracy, I like it, but I want more. I got great news. Plant your hands, extend the leg, tuck the toe. So it's very internally rotated, yeah? Adjust the leg so that you go into your pigeon. Now, I don't like to shove my right leg forwards. I like to scoot back into this. You can anchor your right foot to safely rotate into that hip. You've got these little tissues called your labrum Let's not rip any labrums today, okay? And we're going to spend 3 breaths here. Man, I love this song so much. Sneaker Pimps, throwback. Okay, here's how we're getting out of this, whether it's your deer or your pigeon. We're going to roll off to the right hip, and we're going to open up into a straddle shape. Yay, straddles. Try to sit up nice and tall. Yay! And then moving forwards any little amount that you can. If you feel so inclined to middle split, I don't know why I'm feeling really nice and open today, even though I'm tired and sore. Who would have thought? All right, let's push you back up from here. And we're going to do the other side. Here's how we'll get there. Scoop underneath the knees, bend, and then just turn towards the back, right? So you can get into your deer, eki, or you extend through this right leg, adjust yourself, square yourself, and then slide on back into it. Ooh, what's up, left side? Couple more breaths. All right, let's bring you all the way up. Same exit strategy here, rolling out to your left hip. This time I want you to sit up on your butt cheeks with bent knees like so. Pi, what are you geeking on, girl? I think she sees a ghost. Okay, I want you to flex your feet. Your little peace fingers are going to find your big toes. And I want you to sit back onto your butt and balance. Nice. Maybe you take it into a little boat pose. Maybe you take this into a straddle balance. So out to the side. Good. And then let's take it all back into center. We'll turn to our original front. And we're going to roll all the way down onto our backs, lengthening out your tailbone underneath you. Once you're down, push into your feet, lift up your hips. And if you feel really good in this final release after all those straddles, you can always take yourself into a wheel. This is our last shape that we're doing. Hands come above your head, fingertips face your shoulders. Pushing yourself up, maximizing all the space along the front body. We've done a lot of shoulder openings. We've done some back bends today. We've done the lunges, so this shouldn't feel like the most foreign thing to do. All right, wherever you are, let's bring you all the way back down. And then just feel the reactions of all those things going on in your brain. I always feel a little lightheaded, a little giggly after back bends. And let's really gently pull the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze of gratitude for creating some space for yourself today. Maybe you want to hug yourself so much that you're able to kiss your knees a little bit. And then let's release all the way down flat onto our backs. Knees can knock together, feet can go wide, or you can lengthen out your legs long. Let's stay here for a couple minutes and allow everything we did to soak into our bodies. Now take some bigger breaths here, my dears. Maybe you start to create some movement in your body. Beautiful. And then roll yourself off to one side, pushing yourself up to a seat. Know that I'm really, really grateful to all of you for trusting me with your bodies this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Thank you for joining me today. I love you all so much. I hope you feel good. I feel really good right now. So I put the playlist that I was using for class in the chat room after class because, whoops. Angela, thank you. It's a playlist called Deep Dark Sexy Times. Not like that's any indication of what I use it for. Thanks, Miss Sophie. I love you. Merci beaucoup, Miriam. Thank you so much. Stephanie, thank you. Oh, thanks, Emma. Yeah, so I'll be getting back on tonight at 5 p.m., 8 o'clock Eastern for our goth bar. Thanks, Beth. Thanks, Brian. So that'll be on Zoom. I'll be streaming everything. So if you're in the mood for a little ass kicking tonight. Come back on with me. Yes, Melissa. Excellent, Cindy. Yes. Thanks, Mimi. Yeah, that's like the perfect first class. Like, oh, pity bowl. Thank you, Miss Shayla. I don't have the cat cuddling me, but she's like here for all the support. She just like stares at us. Oh, I love when animals just tune in to our chill vibes and they join, you know? Yee. Yeah, so that playlist that I posted, it's got like a perfect circle, like Portishead. It's kind of this like throwback to all these little musics that make me really happy. Oh my God. I love when you guys post these stories on Instagram. This makes me so happy. Thanks, Melissa. Yes, Lydia. So cute. Isn't it crazy, this digital stuff and connecting with everyone? Oh, Joanne, I love that. Heels at the beginning were sky high, but by the end they were kissing the earth again. Mwah! I love that. Yes, having your animals near you is very important. Moral support the whole time. So make sure you drink water today. Make sure you feed yourself good food that makes you happy. And if you can hug somebody, hug somebody. Mm, and write yourself a love letter. That's what I'm going to do today. All right, folks. Yeah. Well, I am going to now get back to work and prep for my class tonight. So thank you to all of you that joined me this morning. Hugs and kisses with consent. And I'll see you next week. Yeah. I hope you can come, Cindy. That would be so great. Or you can come and maybe it'll knock all the soreness out and you'll magically be like feeling amazing. So yeah, there's no Wednesday class this week. My partner and I are house hunting this week. Everything's gonna be a little crazy. We're about to move across country. I haven't really talked about it online, but it's what's going on. So we're gonna be moving to the East Coast, and it's gonna be a little wild. So thanks again for all your patience for this next month before we get settled in. Oh my gosh. The last thing I want to do is move during Panic at the Disco, but when duty calls, you gotta go. Goth bar is going to be wild, Miriam. People are going to be like, ah. And I need to prepare myself emotionally for it. All right, folks, this is where I leave you. I love you so much, and I will see you guys next Monday, okay?